A video here, we're looking at the back of a KitchenAid dryer, electric dryer. It's working, but no heat. So what I'm going to do is electrically test to see what's going on. So I saw another video on YouTube on this, so I'm going to do my own here and hopefully clarify a couple of things. I've got a meter, just a multimeter, and what I have it set to is ohms, resistance, and in this particular meter you can set it to a high level in the thousands or hundreds of thousands, even millions of ohms, but I've got it set to a very low level. 400 ohms is the range, but it also has a audible signal when you have a closed circuit. So if I touch two leads together, it means you have a closed circuit. Now what you want is, there's a couple of thermal switches here, what appear to be thermal switches. You want there to be a closed circuit. So if you touch two leads on what looks like, so that's correct. So something like that right here appears to be some type of a thermal switch, as does this guy up here. So let's try to touch these guys. Yep. So those both are fine. That is the correct situation for these. So you've got a closed circuit there, which allows current to flow, which is why the machine is actually running. Okay, so what are these other two guys down here? They look like they go to the heating element, and there should be some resistance, but not nothing. But I get nothing there. It's out of range. Doesn't measure anything. I suspect the heating element is bad in this unit, so we're going to take it apart and find out. A couple of screws. I'm just going to remove the screws. We're going to inspect the heating element, see how it goes. So here's the heating element out, and there's the break. There, perfect. You can see it right in the center of the screen. So obviously we have some melting going on and a broken circuit. So I've got to order a new unit. I don't know if this can be repaired. I'm going to assume not. So we'll just order a new unit and hopefully overnight that and get that as soon as possible. Putting a new unit in as simply as just removing the spades here and then putting them back in the right spot. And I suspect that there is no wrong spot for this, because these type of things are not not directional in any way, but still try to keep everything so that it's in the right order. So that's that. I'll hopefully make a video putting it back in, and hopefully it works. Back to our heating element here. I've got a new part ready to be put in. Got it off eBay for cheap. I pulled the spade connectors off. I pulled the sensor out. There's the old unit. Here's the new unit. Let's compare them. I think upon close scrutiny you'll find that they look identical. I honestly cannot see a single thing that appears to be different. Even the bumps at the top, part of the sheet metal, appear to be similar. So, which is important because there's actually some bumps here that they fit into. Interestingly enough, this model is not a direct replacement for this one. I'll post the models in my description and give you an idea of what's going on. But as it turned out, actually this one's got the model numbers on it. This one here, the old one, 3398063, as it turns out, is if the replacement part for this model is double as expensive as the replacement part for this model, and when I looked it up online, there was a guy that said, it was a Whirlpool tech that said, yeah, there's really no difference between the two. So, alright, we'll try it out and see what happens. They literally look identical. They're rated the same. They're rated for the same wattage. They're rated for the same voltage. They're rated for the same heat output. There literally is no difference. So, that being said, let's install it. Actually, no, I see one difference, kind of immediately. One difference is there's a hole here, and there's no hole drilled there yet. So I may have to drill that myself, but that's not a problem. There appears to be a side mount there, everything else is the same. Cool, so I'll install it, see how she runs. So here we've got the new part in, and now we just have to put the back together and make sure it runs. So that's how to install a new heating element in your... So, hope you like this video, and I'll get a little video of this thing working again, making sure it's actually heating. I'll make sure to leave the part numbers and whatnot in the description, that way if somebody happens to want part numbers to this particular machine, but I doubt it'll be relevant. You're going to have to check any part numbers for yourself and your own particular machines. This model just happened to have a couple of part numbers that were actually interchangeable, even though they are technically a little bit different. So anyway, best of luck with your DIYing. Thanks for subscribing. She's on, she's running, getting heat out of it. Close that up because it's the summertime. But it works so far. Little bit of a burn smell right now, but not worried. It's probably break-in for the unit. That's probably expected. And I make sure to clean out the dryer lint. So, thank you for subscribing and watching my videos, and hope you like this one. And I'll post the part numbers in the description. That way everybody can see what I'm talking about. But apparently it makes no never mind what the part numbers are. So, have a good day. Happy DIYing.